You've just watched the clip for Phase 2 compliance training. Here we have a scenario where Ashley's going to be playing the part of the interventionist and Karen's going to be still playing the part of the parent. Let's watch as Ashley gives feedback to the parent.
Okay, Karen, so all in all, I thought that went really well. How did you feel about Phase 2?
I think it went pretty well. I was trying to make a lot of comments about what my child was doing, but it's hard sometimes to make all the right kinds, so hopefully it went okay, but tell me what you think.
Yeah, no, I think you did an excellent job. I thought that your reward statements and your attend statements were very descriptive about what your child was doing.
Oh, good.
Which is, really important, and it can be sort of a hard and awkward thing to do at first. It feels a little unnatural. So I think you definitely did a great job with that.
Oh, good. Thanks.
And as you can see here, remember our criteria for this particular phase is that you have at least 4 either rewards or attend statements per minute. So if you look on the data sheet, you did meet that criteria for all 3 minutes.
Oh,
so,
great.
Way to go on that. That was really, really good.
Cool. Thanks.
One thing to try to be careful about is asking questions while your child is playing. You can see on the data that did come up a couple of times. Now I know it feels really natural to ask questions when you are trying to interact and play with your child. But you do have to remember that technically asking a question is placing a demand on your child because you are expecting some sort of response when you're asking a question.
Okay, but I don't really get why it's a demand if it's with fun stuff that my child enjoys. I don't see how that's like work for them. So
Yeah.
why is that bad?
Well, that's really understandable because to us, questions don't really feel like demands, right? Because it's just so natural in this conversation now. You're not seeing my question to you as a demand. But we want to remember that sort of the purpose of Phase 2 is to just really be focusing on giving rewards for things that you do like that your child is doing, and then attending to, the different play skills and the appropriate behaviors that are occurring.
Okay.
And we really want to take anything that might be seen as a demand to the child out of the equation. So that would be, the questions, and then also making suggestions about what your child is doing.
Okay.
Again, I know when we're interacting, those things come up in a very natural way, but it is technically, a demand to your child because you might be trying to shift what they might have in their own mind for playing with that particular activity. Does that make a little more sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just kind of let them do their thing and then comment on it, but don't interfere.
For now.
Okay.
For now. Yeah, and as the phases build on each other, then we will be introducing the best way to give commands and to continue to interact with your child during play.
Okay.
So, but again, here you didn't give any commands, which is something that also comes up really naturally, even when we don't think it's a command, but something like, read the book or, stack this block, that is technically a command. And you can see here on the data that you didn't provide any commands. So
good.
go on
Okay.
that was really, really good. So the next time around that we do Phase 2, we, I just want you to continue to focus on those things that you're doing so well with the rewards and attends, and then just try to continue to bring in that, awareness of times when you might be throwing in a question or making a suggestion. And if you do, it's no big deal. That's why we're kind of working on this.
Okay, so you said next time, so does that mean that I didn't pass?
Well, I wouldn't look at it that way as a pass or fail.
Okay.
These data sheets are set up for, parents to go through this phase on multiple occasions.
Oh.
It certainly is not our expectation that, you'd be able to do all of this and remember all of this the first time around. It's just not realistic. And this is something that's new, unfamiliar, and it does feel a little bit unnatural at first. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that most parents, if not all, are going to have to go through this a couple of different times before we might be able to, move on and try something, in the next phase. So don't worry about it. Awesome job today, and we'll review this the next time around that we try it out.